My prince, I'm going to miss you so much. Alright everyone, welcome back to the Pamera tribe, and we are on our final moments here with Key Prince Cuckoo, who has done such a wonderful job at doing what he can to guide the Pamera tribe. Some of you love him, some of you hate him. He has tried to carry on his mother's legacy by making sure that the tribe could support itself. From his reign, we have gone from a little over 100 food to all the way up into the 300s. We have actually seen the clan fragment itself into several different factions. We have the rebels of the Garden Clan having disappeared into the forest, disappeared into the tall grasses, no longer officially a member of the Pamera tribe. We have had the birth of our very first melanistic creature, little Mila over here, and we have also had the birth of several very interesting and, for the most part, very healthy royal family members. So Cuckoo has done what he could with the tribe, and I actually think he's done a really great job, and it is now time for him to leave behind his legacy and pass on the duties of running the tribe to the royal princess Aigreta. So she is our high princess, and she will become queen, possibly queen of her own berry patch over here, and to his son Cuckoo. So Cuckoo, even though he has one no paw, has proven to just be a very intelligent young creature and really has an eye for the management side of taking care of the island. So I think we're going to actually pass on this branch of the family tree to him, and he will be able to watch his siblings as the royal family continues to grow. And now that we actually have lost the entire Garden Clan, it's going to have to grow really quickly so that we can restore some of the berry pickers to where they need to be. We can start having more nutcrackers, more explorers. It's going to be up to the royal family to carry on the entire Pamera tribe. And we're actually getting ready to do just that by having the very oldest of the next generation of the royal family have their first children. So Nutu over here and Coco from the Garden Clan have come together, and they are about to start having babies, and hopefully they will be really awesome healthy babies, because we have this gorgeous spotty coat that we've got on Nutu. Hopefully he'll pass that on to his kids. We have good immunity genes that match up just so. We also have the beautiful stinky tail that Coco has brought over from the remnants of the Garden Clan, and hopefully she'll be able to introduce it to their kids. There's a teensy chance that there may be a swimming tail involved, but we're really eyeing up that stinky tail. Her wonderful eyesight should override the short-sighted eyes that he has as a recessive gene, and between the two of them, there's at least 4 front paws, so we don't have to worry about no paw being constantly spread in the family. We may even get some good explorers out of them, because there's 3 out of 4 of those paws being on the front being runner's legs, and we also have normal hind legs on Nutu here. So yeah, there's a good legacy. This is just one example of one of the excellent pairings that we have finally gotten out of the chaos that was trying to breed Clay. You're dead now, so I can't really blame everything on you, buddy. But the chaos that was trying to breed the Garden Clan, that is now over. We can hopefully focus much more strictly on the genetics of our tribe and get ready to move on to the Jungle Island. So I'm really, really excited about that. It'll probably be another generation or two before I feel like we're totally prepped, but we have made a lot more advancements. We actually do have the lean body added into our tribe now. We do have the big nose added into our tribe now. We can try to fold those traits into the family tree too. And we do have the Tiger Tribe doing some interesting things over here. So we're going to be poking a little bit more at the Tiger Tribe, trying to expand them, work on them, build up some really powerful creatures with them, because a lot of you guys are saying don't give up on them. We should see if we can make some really powerful defenders so that when we go to the jungle, even though we may not be able to fight the gigantic apes that are over there, it might be worth a try. And I agree with you guys. It would be kind of fun to see if we could do more than just flee, if we could try to combat those big old apes at the jungle tribe too. So we'll hold out for that, and I think that's pretty much everything. It's just going to be hard because, oh my goodness, Cuckoo over here went over to the Garden Clan to understand the shock of what happened with everyone. Mila's birth basically made the whole Garden Clan just decide that they needed to run for it. The nest were cursed. They didn't know how to handle it. They were really alarmed. Poor little Mila was suddenly abandoned by her family, but then discovered by the High Prince, and he said that she was precious and a unique, amazing jewel, and that she she should go and be with his family. So he has guided her as far as his old legs can take him, so that hopefully she'll continue the journey and go and join the main royal family. And actually, Mila, a lot of you guys love that we have left her name Mila because she is our first melanistic creature. She does have some really fantastic traits. For the most part, she's healthy across the board. The only thing that I really wish she didn't have are the webbed hind legs, but we can deal with that. So she's got the webbed hind legs, she's got just fine immunity, blood clotting's fine, a stinky tail, which is one of the things we're trying to breed for the jungle, normal eyesight, and so I think that she's going to go and hopefully find some love, particularly with another cracker-jawed little adorable creature, and maybe have some babies of her own in the royal family. And I think that Lily, if former Queen Lily manages to live long enough, she would happily welcome Mila into the family, because Lily is also a former Garden Clan member, and she wants to do what she can to save the remnants of her clan. So she's probably teaching her children, the 3 beautiful children that she has had over here, to treat the last arrival from the Garden Clan with respect, and to bring her into the family. So there we go. That all is now settled up, and let's go ahead and start having a few of our little creatures scooch around. We are going to finally start having some babies over here with Cuckoo and Ainutu. So let's see. Let's just go ahead and get her pregnant. We'll have her nibble on some of those delicious berries and then step over to make herself comfortable in this nest. I think that she would be quite happy over here because it is a little bit crowded in the royal nursery at the moment. So I think that she and Ainutu would be happy to have their babies and just either send them to training with Greta so that they can work on berry collecting or exploring, or send them over to the main family branch if they turn out to have super duper special genetics, or if they turn out to be really sickly, like little Tavankir here, and have to be closer to the Peace Garden as a result. I'm sorry, little guys. But I think that they would enjoy just kind of being in the middle to send their children either direction, because they're sort of like mid-level. They're not highest royalty, but they're definitely going to be one of our healthiest breeder groups. All right, Nutu can go ahead and gather up more berries to share with his beautiful mate. We have our explorer Irere over here. I think he's just gonna, he's gonna head over here, start doing a little bit of solid exploring, and be one of the first creatures in a couple generations to actually start poking into unexplored territory to the north. Greta over here is ready to start having some children of her own, and she's been thinking quite a bit about that. So she is going to become the next high princess after her father, or her uncle, actually passes away. She is the adopted daughter of her father, or of her uncle, actually. That's why she's the high royal princess. Yes, we made this much more complicated than Nisha originally was. But I looked it up, and Greta has G and B immunity, and out of all of the creatures that we currently have on the island, the 2 best possible mates that we could have for her are Ailutu, this little guy, Ailuta right here. So A and B immunity, not the best because there is a B double up, but all the other traits, such as like hind legs to override her webbed legs, things like that, match up the best. So a little Lutu over here is going to be sent over to help Greta with berry picking as well, because he also has double nimble fingers, and it might be really nice just to have a solid generation of nimble fingers who can pick all of these berry bushes for a little while, and then we can work from there to getting other traits too. And then the other mate that would be really good for her is actually this little guy, T-Isan, who's going to get out of the nest, and he's going to come and see his mother, who is actually descended from that royal line. So La Isanara is going to settle herself down nice and comfortable into the nest, and she's got a couple handsome mates over here who can help her with a little bit of berry collecting and taking care of the little baby. But T-Isan is actually a really good pairing, especially because he has normal hind legs and normal blood clotting for Princess Greta. So we may be sending him over to have some babies with Greta in a little bit. And otherwise, we're just kind of keeping an eye on the tiger tribe, but I'm going to need to wait a little bit before I really start figuring out where we want to go there. However, there is Team Mio, and I really want to try breeding Team Mio, and her best pairing would be T-Isan, but we're going to wait and see if La Isanara has any other children that are kind of genetically like T-Isan, so that Team Mio can finally have some kids of her own. But she's been pretty busy just kind of tending to this area. She might bump into Greta. They might become friends. I could totally see them getting along. All right, and enough of my rambling. Sorry that took so long, guys. Now that we're getting more serious with the genetics, I really had to think some of them through. And then Mio Actually, I Miko would be a good mate for who's about to become High Prince Cuckoo. So she's actually going to stick around, and I think because she's so sickly, Cuckoo would kind of fall for her because he's a very nurturing, caring kind of guy. And so when she grows up, I have a feeling a little romance is going to work out from that. And then Tavankir here is being told by his mother Lily to take good care of the next member, the very final member of the Garden Clan that Lily is from. And I think Lily would definitely tell her son kind of in secret, not really wanting the rest of the royal family to know that she still has sympathies for the Garden Clan, who abandoned the tribe and had their cursed babies. So little Tavankir, I should call him Tavankir as well, because he is from royal lines, is learning to treat Mila with very kind gentleness when she does arrive, even though his mother is teaching him in secret. And then little Luta over here, Lako is getting a bit older. She does not have much longer for this world, so she'll be headed over to the Peace Garden pretty soon. I think that is pretty upsetting for Aimimimi. I really love Aimimimi, and a lot of you guys love her too. So I think she's going to stay over here to kind of keep an eye on her mother. And Luta is going to just be playing in the royal nursery. All right, is that everybody? That's everybody. Okay, you guys, we gotta do this now. I may have dragged my feet a little bit because I'm really sad to lose Prince Cuckoo. He truly has been a really amazing creature, one of my favorites to have in the clan, and I love the chaos and the drama that happened while we had his story going on. But we need to say goodbye to him and just remember that this odd little mole territory is where he passed away, and that he sacrificed his chance to become a flower in the Peace Garden for the sake of sending Mila towards the royal family, taking her in and bringing her back over to the family tree. So, and we got some babies. I almost forgot about the babies. Coco, we need to make sure we have the right kind of baby with you. All right, so if we need to put something in for Coco, I'm actually going to put in Big Nose, because that is one of the big traits that we want to have when we move on to the next island is Big Nose or ram horns. I'm pretty sure they'll have a ram horn baby. We don't have big ears available. I'm pretty sure they should have the normal. I'm really hoping it'll be normal hind legs. That may be worth putting in, actually. I'm pretty sure they'll end up with dad's spots. Pretty darn sure that should probably happen. We'll have to see. And then getting a velvet paw or a lean body in there would actually be really helpful. So we'll go ahead and let's put in velvet paw. And well, let's do hind legs. Normal hind legs will be the majority of the mutation there. And then let's put in should I leave velvet paw as the secondary? Maybe? Come here, velvet paw. Maybe, or actually I think lean body. Let's go for lean body right now. So lean body and hind leg are what we're going to be going for. And just at the moment that Cuckoo is passing away, his son, Nutu, is going to be having his very first child, as is the cycle of life. Oh, it's a little girl. Oh, she has a little tail. Look at that. Oh, look at her. So Lasiri, very cute. And she's got good lean body. She actually didn't end up with either the dots or the ram horn. So it shows me what's not going to work. She has normal hind legs, however, and she has the stinky tail. So that's pretty useful. Normal blood clotting, B and C immunity. Very, very nice. She has +4 odor disguise. She has some stealth. She has stinky tail. She's got good hearing, and she's got a little bit of collecting, so she might be a good little explorer. That's so awesome. All right, I think her mom is going to go ahead, gather up some berries. Her dad will go ahead and help out with that too. I think he might do a little bit of exploring. And there lies the remains of His Majesty, High Prince Cuckoo. I am really gonna miss him. Poor little Mila, just as she was starting to be accepted by somebody, she lost her first champion. So I'm gonna miss him a lot. And then over here, I actually need to work on, if I can ever get my creatures close to each other. Oh, and I guess I'm gonna go ahead and kind of eat that bunny just because I can really quickly. Oh my gosh, there's so many bunnies. All right, well, I need to get these two close to each other, and Rosie and Nuta are going to be banishing one another so that they can scurry off into the forest with the rest of the Garden Clan, who you can actually see popping up now and then too. And then down here, we have Violet, who is an elder of the Garden Clan, and she is just feeling too old to really leave her little spot. So she's planning on just being the last member of the Garden Clan in this area and pass away very peacefully right over here. So we'll leave her there. And then let's see. We had Cuckoo already pass away. Ray is gonna run for it because he's kind of an explorer. That's what he does. Greta is ready to start having those children of her own. So she's kind of clearing the area out, doing a little bit of exploring and discovering. Team Mio is probably doing the same thing. So we'll have her clear some of this out. And then there we go. Tia-san is starting to get older. Oh, and who's this? Oh, interesting. And we have little Vanu with some pretty good attack over there. So you guys have told me that we actually need to have, I think, something like 6 or 7 attack. Like, I think it's above 5 or 7. I can't remember exactly. Attack if you even want to be able to inflict any damage at all on the apes of the jungle island. So we're getting a little bit higher there. That's the whole point of the tiger tribe, is creating really, really powerful, strong creatures. So the birth of little Vanu there, not bad, not bad. And he's got A and G immunity. And little Tia-san needs to start scooching. I think he would be told by his mother to go and see what's going on over here. I think he would be really rambunctious, really overeager. So Tia-san is one of the wild explorers of the tiger tribe, and he's going to end up scurrying over here and being caught by Greta as a possible mate. And then Timio might even end up taking him as a mate too, because their immunities match, and she can come back and leave the children that Isan has with her in the tiger tribe. So that should work out. Keep a little bit of balance between the two. All right, let's have another child. Asana, you've only got one more child that we can make you have, huh? Should it be with Kirnu or should it be with Siddhartha? Which one of you had the no paw? It was Kirnu. So we're going to go ahead and have with Dartha so that we don't have another no paw child. And Kirnu can go ahead and gather up those. We can gather up some more berries over here. And then Timiana can gather up these grasses and gather up these berries. So Tiger Tribe is doing something, and we'll just have to kind of see how they can contribute as time goes on. Meanwhile, over here, speaking of contributing, Ayanari, I think she, with her beautiful lean body, so she actually moves really quickly, is going to search around for some clams. Oh, who's this? See what I mean? There's Kirnuku. That's what I mean, you guys. And then we get the funny reaction of running into some of our own Garden Clan members kind of sneaking around the edges of Pumera territory. So don't worry, it's actually more fun this way if you ask me, because we can keep an eye on the banished members. That's really cool. All right, and then Lako is getting old now, so she's going to kind of work her way into the flowers and sort of settle herself down and get comfortable. Her daughter Aimimimi, I'm going to go ahead and just clear that grass. Her daughter Aimimimi is keeping an eye on her. And then little Ayalutu is pretty concerned about what's going to happen to his mom. But he's been told that he needs to prepare as he's growing up and go over to join Greta so that hopefully he can help out with the berry picking over there. Down over here, Timiko is pretty weak and not very healthy, but she's going to help out how she can with being able to gather up berries, maybe gather up some nuts with her brother. So we'll do this. Lily is about to pass away too. So I think Lily has to give Tavankir a good little kiss on the head and tell him to go and meet with the last Garden Clan member. So Tavankir has just met Mila, and hopefully they will really hit it off, and hopefully they will be able to make the clan strong. We might even send them up to this nest up here, and we'll see what kind of babies they have together, because the little guy doesn't have very long for this world because of his doubled up immunity, but I think he'll do very well. All right, we're going to have Lily come and settle in, and she's just going to get super comfortable inside of the flowers as well. A couple of our elder females passing on that way. And I think that's everybody. See? And then right over here, you guys, there's Daisy. So I told you, it'll be really fun. We still will see the tribe members that were not contributing to our tribe whatsoever, but now they actually kind of get to steal the edges of our food. And I think that's a really fun twist and something that the Rebel Garden Clan would definitely do. All right, so with all of those things done, let's go ahead. I don't think we have anybody on the nest pregnant right now. No, we don't. Really excited about little Seri. I feel like she could be a good explorer with that lean body of hers. And otherwise she's pretty healthy, but we're going to try again with some more babies and see what kind of advances we can do. And for those of you wondering what we're going for, we are going for lean body, velvet paw with nimble fingers, stripes or dots, normal hind legs, big ears, big nose, and antlers and ram horns. So those are the things that we're trying to prepare before we go to the jungle. So, if you guys have other ideas of what we should take, then let me know, but I think we're going to do okay. All right, and somebody passed away. Oh, I'm gonna miss her. Oh, it's happening. Oh, Laco, we're just gonna leave you right where you're at so that you're nice and comfy. And then, Mimi, can you get this bunny? Mimi, get the bunny. Don't let it get away. That's food we could have. All right, Mimi got the bunny and kind of channeled her sorrow about her mother passing away. Oh, and then like, oh, Laco. Okay, you stay over here, Laco. I'm just gonna let her kind of like walk in the flowers. There you go. Nice little walk in the flowers. Ayanari, I'm gonna send her out. She's probably a little bit of an adventurer, so we'll have her go explore for some clams and things like that and figure out who we want to breed her with in the future. She does carry that really nice sea immunity and she has lean body. And then over here, little Aimiko has grown up. So I feel like Prince Cuckoo, who is now Key Prince Cuckoo because he is the High Prince. So we're gonna change his title. I think he's feeling a little bit stunned that he's actually in charge of taking care of the whole clan and isn't exactly sure what he is supposed to do. Can I crack open that nut? Sweet. But over here, Miko is going to gather up some berries and some nuts and let him know it's going to be okay by being aware that she's losing her life very quickly. So she's going to have whatever children she can before her time is up too. All right, and then over here, we'll gather up this grass. We have, oh, look at that. See, there's Riri. That's what I mean. I feel like they're keeping an eye. Like Mila is aware that the garden clan is kind of keeping an eye on them. And this is Tavankir getting a chance to briefly meet some of his family, some of his ancestors from the Garden Clan. So I think we'll send these two over here, and they'll say it's just to give everybody space, but secretly it's because they're really conversing now and then with the members of the rebel tribe who come on by. All right, and then Rose E, I need to change Nutu to an Omega, and then Nutu, here, you can clear away some grass to make yourself useful, and then we'll chase him away. And then I'll have to move Rosie kind of over here and she can come up and talk to those two, and then we can banish her that way to release her to go join the rebels. All right, and we're finally starting to see some movement in our tribe too. All right, little Lutia is going to continue working his way over to Princess Greta, who is busy clearing away the area around what she is going to make as her royal territory, her royal gardens. So she is going to take over the royal berry garden. And then I'm going to have Team Mio kind of step this way and just kind of be playing in the grasses, bump into each other. I have a feeling Team Mio is really going to like her. And then T-Isan is going to surprise Team Mio by being a young rambunctious scramp with his mother's impulses, which is like just totally doing whatever the heck he wants. And he's going to pop up there and Mio's going to be like, wait, you're supposed to be back at the tiger tribe, but all right, if you're stuck with me now, kid. So they're going to explore over here, bump into Ki Grata, because she is now High Princess Greta, and she'll start the Garden Palace. But yeah, so we have like the Tree Palace and the Garden Palace now, or I should say the Flower Palace, because it is the seat of the Peace Garden. And Greta will take care of the Garden Palace. Oop, and let's take care of Irere, who is having a fantastic time just doing his own exploring thing. We haven't even touched the stream over here all this time later. So Ray is going to take care of our exploring urge. Down here, we have got little Vanu. He's going to step over. His mother, Isanara, only has 1 day left to live. That's going to make the tiger tribe a little bit confused. I think that they may actually, whoops, didn't mean to do that. I think they may actually migrate after that. We may have the tiger tribe start becoming a little bit more migratory, since they are a bit more nomadic that way. And they may gather up everybody who's left, and they may start wandering around, and who knows what they discover. Maybe they'll work their way over to this tree or this tree. Maybe they'll work their way over here, but we'll kind of leave them to do some exploring, maybe bump into some new creatures, maybe get some new genetics going. And when we have time or have the right lineup of genetics, we can try working on having stronger creatures born in their tribe. All right, how's that? Do it? Pretty good. And we're gonna come down here. Ainutu is going to gather up a couple more berries. His lovely mate is going to be quite pleased with this. La Isri is going to come over and wave her very fluffy tail at Lutu and kind of tease him. Coco is going to giggle kind of very calmly about that. She was raised to join the royal family, so I don't think she's that upset about the garden clan. She's going to step into the nest to have another baby. And then what do we have going on over here? And then over here we still have a meeting, a secret meeting between Violet and Daisy. So, and we'll make some of the nuts fall down, and Violet is about to pass away of old age herself. So it's been a really busy time, and we have 2 pregnant females in the nest right now. So do we have normal hind leg? Normal hind leg, we sure do. Anything else that I have in there? Let's try with lean body and big nose this time. Or lean body, maybe warning dots. It would be kind of fun if I could get warning dots in there. Oh, let's try to mutate dots, like just to toss that in there. All right, and let's see what kind of babies we have lined up this time, you guys. We have dots! Yay! Oh, look at that. So Miko has had a son. He has lean body and dots, and he's got both paws. One's a digging paw, but he has both paws and normal hind legs. I am so happy about that. He does have the royal family secret of hemophilia, but otherwise he's nice and healthy. I think this is going to be a new era for our Pomera tribe, you guys. So far, everything is looking up pretty positively. Look at that, A and G immunity. Wow. With Vanu here, he's got double runner's leg. He's got a big body, but he has the stinky tail, so he'll be really good at exploring. So far, so good. So far, so good. Now it's just waiting for a little Isan to grow up so that Greta can start having a ton of her own babies. And then we finally lost La Isanara, but she has left behind a really amazing son, Nuvanku. And I think we might be sending Nuvanku over so that he can add his genetics in to either Greta's line, or maybe we can have Team Mio come back, because this is a stronger creature that we were expecting to start having when it comes to the tiger tribe. We could get some ram horns in there. We still have the poison fangs, and we've got quite a bit of strength. So if we could just get like a big body on this guy and turn him into a powerhouse, that's more what the tiger tribe was all about. So things are going to really start moving a lot faster. I know I've been saying that for a while, but really we have cleared up a whole bunch of the genes that were bogging us down. We're spending more time finally being able to do some exploring, finally being able to do some proper breeding. We're really making progress, and I'm focusing on those genes that I listed off to you guys earlier so that we can see that progress turn into hopefully turn into some really useful babies for the jungle area. So we'll have to see what kind of babies we're going to start having left and right next time, and I will see you guys then. Bye bye.